Yes, good morning, and let's start by wishing every viewers of OSBC the best of the season. We just celebrated Christmas, and the new year is around the corner. We all live to see 2023 in Jesus' mighty name. As I welcome everybody to today's edition of our program, particularly the guest segment. My name is Olasukomi Oyebayo. I want to welcome you to our studio today.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming again.
Good morning, OSBC. Good morning, Oshun, and good morning, Nigeria. Merry Christmas once again, and Happy New Year.
Thank you. He's Mr. Oladele Bamiji. He has always been coming around us here to be our guest in the studio. Today is here again. And today we'll be looking at something that came from the president. The president, while hosting some Christians from the FCT, told them during that sitting there that, come, I'll be living far away from Abuja after the 2023 elections. He said he has promised some of his friends that he's going to get away out of Abuja, the capital city of the country. And he said this as a way to avoid problems. And when I read that headline, I started thinking that, oh, what kind of problem? Who's going to cause problem for him? From which quarters are these going to come from? So this is what we'll be looking at today. Let's just wish him well in the first instance for governing this country for 8 solid years. We have less than 3-4 months for him to go out for the election, rather. The election will be coming in February. So that's just 2 months away from now. And after the elections, he will start preparing his handover notes.
Yes.
So he said he's going to live far away from Abuja. Is anybody sending him away?
Yes, even if he doesn't want to live far away from Abuja,
He must.
the constitution and the law
Of the land.
will push him away.
Okay.
And it is also honorable for him as someone, by my own estimation, who has been so blessed. President Buhari is someone we can call Abraham Lincoln of our own
Country here.
clan here.
Okay.
Someone who tried before he got through that position.
Okay.
And it will be tried that after having his beat as leader of this nation, I believe the next thing, the best thing for him is to go take a rest. Don't let us forget, age is also not on his side.
80.
Yes, it is 80 and thereabout now. So definitely he must have some time to rest and play his role as granddaddy of his siblings. So I think it is normal for someone of that caliber. Yes, it all depends too on the kind of on how he leaves office.
Okay.
The kinds of legacies he is able to leave behind. You know that you cannot be a president of a populous nation like Nigeria and you have absolute rest afterwards.
It's not possible.
It is the whole wide world will want to examine the dexterity in you, what you have, the kind of capacity, your mental stamina that got you through to administer a complex nation of this caliber. And that is why his predecessors in former President Olusegun Obasanjo and even former President Jonathan, you know that you agree with me that they haven't had that the kind of rest
that he's talking about here.
They will desire. The world is still tapping
from them.
Yes, into them, into what they have as a reservoir of energy and wisdom, so to say. The former President Jonathan particularly has always been all over the world, doing one, engaging in one mission or the other, either for the UN or for the AU or what have you. He has always been leading delegations to countries where elections are held. He has always been delegations. He has always led delegations to peace talks here and there. Same thing for our Baba here, former President Olusegun Obasanjo. So it depends on how high President Buhari is able to leave office come May 29, 2023. And I pray for him. He is old enough to be our grandfather.
Yes.
I pray that God in His infinite mercy grants him that wisdom and the energy, the mental stamina to weather the storm of all kinds of temptation to live on a low. Because if you leave office on a low in the kind of country we find ourselves, the possibilities are there that you don't have a looking anymore. One of the best things I believe he will do, aside from other shortcomings, which cannot be taken away from any action or act of human being, you cannot do it all. I hope he's able to leave a legacy of free and fair election, if nothing else. I hope this election it will take charge, and I mean full charge, and make sure that the election is conducted in a peaceful, free, and fair atmosphere. That will, to me, rub off positively, so much positively, on his performance in office.
Okay. I asked two questions from him, and you just capture it now. That how he lives his life after leaving the office depends on the legacy he is going to leave behind.
Yeah.
My questions are this: how is our president going to leave Nigeria economy? How is he going to leave us as a secured nation, or what kind of a nation? Now, you just mentioned election. Now, what kind of election are we going to have in 2023? These three indices will determine how best he lives after leaving the office. Because there's no way Nigerians will talk about bad economy that we will not refer to him, that we will not mention his name. There's no way we will talk about the insecurity in our country that we will not talk about him. There's no way we hope that the 2023 elections is going to be free, fair, and credible. And we pray it is. If it is not, then there's no way we won't be calling it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Our people, our Balabas, in Yoruba will say,
Are you sure?
A major turnaround
can see take place?
Can salvage so many things.
Okay.
His name, his image, his pedigree as a stern leader, as a leader that does not compromise standard. I hope, because all the indices you just mentioned, Nigerians will agree with me that he has not failed well. He has not been able to meet up with the utmost expectations
of Nigeria.
Of Nigerians. But then, yes, we will still not ascribe the failure or these shortcomings to him alone.
Okay.
He He has retinue of
officers,
of officials here and there,
working within,
both elected and appointed.
Okay.
Even up to the CBN, governor is the one managing Nigeria. So I hope whatever policies, whatever stance, whatever is going to do with the little period he has ahead of him as president of Nigeria will be in the interest of the common good of our people.
Okay.
And that is why I spoke about that of the election. Perhaps the only major thing, the only major area it can make a very loud statement.
Okay.
All other things, I don't know how you want to catch up. It will be very, very difficult. Economic-wise, Nigerians have not had it so good under him. Security has been down there, and it's not been that palatable. Before he took over as president of the nation, what we used, the major security concern was in this northeastern part of the country. Majorly. You hardly can single out any region in any section of the country now
that is completely safe,
that is absolutely secured. That is a very big minus, and security in any part, anywhere in the world, is primarily number one objective of anyone being in government. So, but yes, but these things are interwoven. When you have credible election, that election you see, when you know that you hold people allegiance of their sweat, that single day sweat, that single day when they have to abandon everything pertaining to their life to elect you, and you know that you are sincerely elected, so many things will come around. It's like seeking ye first the kingdom of God.
I'm thinking that every other thing shall be added.
If you come on board on a very popular platform, on a positive note, not that somebody bulldozing you in, somebody railroading you in by force of
winning an election,
by force of security personnel or what have you. If you know that it is the people that got you there, no matter how stone-hearted you are, the possibilities are there. As a human being, as a normal human being, that you sit back and see, these people deserve this. Okay. These people deserve this
as
honor.
A favor.
Yes, these people deserve this honor of relief. These people deserve to be secured. They don't deserve to be kidnapped. Their children don't deserve to be roaming about the streets.
Looking for jobs that is not available.
Looking for jobs. You will be forced, you will be compelled to do certain things to alleviate, to ameliorate the suffering of the people. But someone who believes in his heart, we've had it, the case studies that of Osun State here. When people believe that they are the master of their own fortune,
okay,
the tendencies are there that they begin to behave like masters. They begin to behave like a super boss. But when you know that you are there
accountable
on the basis of popular discretion
of the people,
the tendencies are there that the worst of you there will be addressing the needs of the people, okay, rather than trying to satisfy yourself and paying allegiance, sole allegiance to those who you think only helped in railroading you in.
Okay.
So that legacy of free and fair election as perhaps the only thing remaining that you can do, because I don't know how we can catch up with the deficits we have suffered in the economic downturn we have suffered in the last 8 years.
What you are saying in essence now is Cafe àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ àtẹ̀yìnwá ká fi wọ́n sẹ́yìn, looking at all things as things that are passed away. That 2023 is a new year. 2023 we're going to have a new election, and hoping that the new election will bring a new Nigeria. Is that what you say?
That's what I'm saying. We cannot say because we have had it so bad.
So before Baba will leave, we are telling him, give us a good election in 2023.
Before somebody we can hold accountable, somebody we can look in the face,
okay,
that can also sit back and fear God in us as his masters. Because when we are supposed to be masters of anyone in positions of authority.
Okay.
Because we are the one that
used our tongue to give you that vote.
You don't find yourself in the position of, you don't find yourself in Nasuru by fiat
of some individuals,
of your own discretion,
okay,
or of your own wish. No, it is the people that sacrifice everything. No matter how you want to do it. Some people will be shot that day. Some people, so you know how we do our things.
Yes.
So some people will shed their blood. When you shed your sweat, by my own biblical interpretation,
okay,
you are shedding your blood, because that sweat is coming from your pores.
Yes.
The same pores through which blood will come out. So if you can use your blood to worship someone, a whole of your day, 24 hours is a long time.
It is.
Where time is of essence to human being. 24 hours of your life.
It's
because
a very long time.
Any election day, there's virtually nothing that
one can do extra.
So what I'm saying is that the president should please give us a new beginning. A kind of beginning we can hope on. A kind of beginning we can say, okay, we have had it so bad. Yes, this person can assist us in declaring a new dawn, okay, for Nigeria, in giving us a new light.
Okay, let me quote Mr. President here. I was pleased with the way Nigerians highly treated me and accepted me. This was when he was going around the country campaigning and believing that Nigerians voted for him, which we indeed did, because of individuals that came around campaigning for him, and he got there. But what we receive for it is something we are asking ourselves to please, let's overlook. Let's be hopeful. That hope is rested in what happens in the next 3 months, or 2 months rather, February 25 is a date. At that date, we're going to select a new president. The president will select his lieutenants, who will work with him. Now, this Baba is asking us that what he is going to leave behind, that Nigerians, the new president and others should build on it. Can we start to appeal to ourselves that going forward, we must begin to do things the way other nations, successful nations are doing it?
Yes, we don't. There's even.
We need to appeal to ourselves.
Yes, we have.
Baba iti ṣe wọn tó lè ṣe.
We have started appealing to our own psyche right from here in Osun State.
From Osun here, okay.
Right
Let's start from Osun here too.
For me, if people can take a cue,
okay,
from what happened on July 16 in Osun State,
okay,
then Nigeria will begin to be better. When power of incumbency cannot debar people from taking a decision and standing by it.
Okay.
So that can also, we can also take a step forward and spread that gospel to the whole of the country.
Okay.
Let's know that gone are the days when you begin to be passive about what happens on the electoral feed.
Okay.
People who are in position of authority, either you are a chronic Muslim or you are a SU Christian, they are the ones that will make policies that will determine your life, even in your church or mosque.
Mm-hmm.
It is now. I saw that in the last election we had in Osun.
Okay.
people, even in my own church, people who I eat at home, I've never been to polling booths. I saw all of them, old mamas, old babas.
Coming out to vote.
My pastor was there with his wife, unusually. He practically led the church congregation to that point. It was like, this is where
we are going for a rally. Oh yeah, let's go.
If Nigerians can take this coming election like that, I tell you, the whole of Nigerian army will not be enough to subdue their determination.
I think the president is doing
because
something like
that. That is the only thing that's that is left for us now.
Okay.
Like I'm saying, like I was saying, for economy, our guys on the street will say, Otilo, economy has gone. We can only restart it. For security,
we can restart.
Otilo, sir. For now, we can only rebuild. We can only restart. But the only way we can start.
What will give us the key
is getting the right person there.
Okay. Now, getting the right person, and I want to start with the president. I expect that Mr. President will now be going around the country telling Nigerians that this is where to go. But he said, oh, he has a lot in the presidency, and that's why he has not been leading the candidate of his party for any campaign.
I think it's
it's like he's leaving Nigerians to decide.
That's it.
Because the rest days, I don't see him coming out to campaign.
Well, whoever wants to campaign now,
yes,
it's also a very good message in our political farm.
Take your choice.
If let everybody answer his father's name. If you know you are good enough to secure the ticket of a political party,
go ahead.
Your father's name must be good enough to procure or to compel voters to vote for you. It's not on the basis of using one Buhari's name or one Yaradua's name somewhere. Bank on your name. Answer your father's name.
Okay.
I think it's good. It will shape a lot of things. But some of our politicians are too fond of dropping names and terrorizing Nigerians psychologically. Wherever the president is, no matter what you do, that person is going away.
Okay.
If we begin to change things, if we in same climes too. If you secure a ticket, you are the one that will be campaigning everywhere.
I think the narratives we used to have about the federal mind has changed. Because we expect something like this in Ekiti, that every security apparatus will shift to Ekiti during that election, and that there will be bamboos everywhere and people will be coerced to go with the party. That didn't happen. And when it was July 16 here in Osun, I was thinking that, Osun is being governed by an APC man, and APC at the federal, and federal might will come and do everything humanly possible to retain him. But lo and behold, the people came to the street and said this is where we are going, and nobody stopped them.
Yes.
I hope in 2023 people will come to the street and will vote for either APC or PDP or LP or any other political party of their choice.
And that's what I'm saying. I think it's good. It's good for our polity. It's good for all of us as someone. It's good for us. Yes, even though people were over-ready for the July 16 election, based on our past experience, people were like, if Nigerian army might not have been enough to stop Osun State from electing Senator Adeleke, then don't let us deceive ourselves. So if
Nigerian army wouldn't have been enough,
let Nigerians also begin to let's take a cue from Osun State. Let Nigerians be ready. Let every sector, every powers that be, that determines what in Nigeria, see it on our faces. Let's go and collect our PVCs. Let's be ready like soldiers of our own faith. Let's take the bull of our life by the horn. Let us know that it is our life. This is where we are. All of us will not run to America. All of us will not have the privilege of winning visa lottery. No matter how you try. In fact, if we get to a state that America or the UK will stop us.
Will stop.
This is our fatherland. And even if you go, you still come back. So let us be ready. Let's those, either the INEC, the Army, the Air Force, or whatever forces, let them see it on our faces that we are ready.
Okay.
It would have been so satanic for anyone then on July 16 to say they wanted to use security against the people. Then it is perhaps
it would have been catastrophic.
It would have been catastrophic.
Now let's give it to President Muhammadu Buhari
so
for giving us the kind of INEC that we're having today. And let's appeal to Nigerians to cooperate with this INEC. I think so far so good. INEC is scoring very high on my percentage rating.
You don't know. You know this politics of a thing.
Yes.
It does not just happen by chance. If people are determined, INEC has no choice.
INEC has no choice.
I tell you, they have no choice. I am Yakub Mahmoud. He has no choice.
He has no choice. But with introduction of some latest technology that is helping us.
That's what I'm saying. And the people's physical policing.
Okay.
Of their
people's physical policing. And I want to say again that Buhari has done it again. With this naira design of a thing. Because I say 2023 election is not going to be a full day for the buyers.
That's what I'm saying. I think the president is giving some glimpses of someone who is ready to give us a free and fair
election
from all angles, from all indications here and there. And I hope, I pray he followed through to the last
point.
To the last minute. If he's able to follow this lane, like we started, that means he's going to leave with his head high from office.
Okay.
Because that is the only thing remaining for him. That is the only thing he can carry as, this is a plus for me as president of Nigeria.
Now, as Nigerians, who is determined that, like you said, America cannot take everybody.
No.
United Kingdom cannot take everybody. Even if we decide, if we say we want to abandon our country and go out there. Now, if we know that this is our country, I think this is the high time that we work to support Mr. President, the INEC, to have a free, fair, and credible election in 2023.
Yes, while we are supporting Mr. President, I repeat, we are supporting ourselves. We are deciding our own fate.
Okay.
It's not President Buhari is retiring to Daura.
Okay.
We are the ones. As a young man, you are still.
I'm not returning.
You are still on your job.
Yes.
If anything happens, you are going to be more affected than Buhari. It is this matter concerns us more than Buhari. It is our fate. Nigeria must be ready. That this election, they want a new person. They want someone that will do it anew. That will give us a fresh air. Like we have in Osun State. There will be a new light.
Thank you very much for coming this morning. To our viewers out there, this is where we're going to wrap it up. And I must appreciate my guest, Mr. Oladele Bamiji, for coming into the studio this morning and for giving us all this analysis. I remain yours sincerely, Olasukomi Oyebayo, and I'm thanking my colleagues in the studio. Till tomorrow morning, when another guest and presenter will be in the studio. Have a blessed Wednesday. Bye-bye.